What is up, guys? It's Nikki with Nikki Expressions. So it's overcast over here in California. My hair is wild, but I made a promise to make this video to somebody, and so I'm sticking through with it. So this one is a short poem that I wrote about narcissism. So this one is called The Narcissist. Hope you guys like it. Tear everyone down to build yourself up. Nothing anyone does is good enough. Walk around tough with an ego so fragile, the smallest inconvenience you easily shatter. Can't handle criticism, no matter how constructive. If not the center of attention, you become destructive. Raise your children, but won't put them first. Your parents must have failed you from birth. Unrealistic expectations in love and friendship. Look deep enough, your self-esteem is deplenished. Your scope of reality is all a facade, as you pretend you're not also flawed. So here's the deal. If you have ever loved somebody or had a relationship with somebody, not even a romantic relationship, but just any type of relationship with somebody who is narcissistic, then you know that it's a very, very tough thing to do. That someone who's narcissistic, obviously, like, their number one focus is them. Now, in researching it, you actually realize that they're so focused on them because they're broken on the inside, because they have such a low self-esteem on the inside that they build up this wall, and they unintentionally push everybody away because they just want to be, I don't want to say they want to be accepted, but basically, like, they don't know how to act. They don't see anything wrong with how they are. They think that the center of the universe, or that they're supposed to be the center of the universe, that everything, is for them, or everything should be about them, or, that they can't do any wrong. And so and I know a few of these people in my life, and don't get narcissism confused with confidence. There's a difference. Somebody who is narcissistic can come off as confident, but the thing of it is, if you have to put other people down to feel better, like, that's not a good thing. So I was talking to this person recently, and she was telling me she had this person said she had a narcissistic ex, and she's like, I don't know how to deal with that. And so I was thinking, and I was like, okay, like, it is hard if you have a narcissistic partner, or if you have a narcissistic parent. Like, you're never gonna 100% be good enough for them, because they create their own reality. They create this false reality, and it's a false reality of what they feel they deserve in life. And now, don't get me wrong, everybody has a right to, set their standards and go for what they feel they deserve in life. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about, there are, if you're narcissistic, they take that to, extreme measures. They paint this fairy tale life that's supposed to happen, and they're out of touch with reality. If you were raised by a narcissistic parent, then the thing of it is, more than likely you weren't put first. So what I've realized with being raised by one is, if you're raised by one, you don't really realize that that's what they are, simply because you don't know any better. That's your only, that's what you're raised with. That's what you believe is right. So once you realize that that's not correct, then it comes on to become, if you were raised by someone like that, it comes on to become, is this a hereditary trait that I have now? If you become a narcissistic, whatever, is this a hereditary trait that I have now? Or is this something that it's just learned behavior because, my parents put themselves first, and they felt that they were the center of everything. Like, now it's my turn to put me first, which happens a lot. So my advice, I guess I could say, my advice about dealing with one is simply, you have to understand that they don't see anything wrong with how they are, and not on the outside. Even if they're extremely successful, they're still lonely at the top because nobody wants to be around them. They can't hold on to friends long. Relationships and friendships fall by the wayside constantly with them, because they're so focused on themselves. So if you, are kind of forced to be in a relationship with one, let's say you have kids already, and so if you break it off, you're still connected to that person, or let's say it's a parent, or, a close relative or something like that, either A, accept how they are, or B, you're gonna have to love them from a distance. And so what works for me is just the loving from a distance type of thing, to where, you know, you don't have to be around them 24/7. You don't need to talk to them 24/7. But you know, you'll have to communicate a little bit, and that's fine. And you can just, you know, love from a distance. There's a few, you know, there's a lot of people who should be loved from a distance. Like, I have a few people who it's like, okay, I love you to death, but you know, I can't be around you every day. We'll kill each other. So that would be my best thing, I guess, on dealing with, you know, with the narcissist. Especially, like I said, since they don't see anything wrong with how they are, they have, you know, they can be very passive aggressive. They have these little aggressive outbursts. You know, it's basically like adults who throw a tantrum when they don't get their way. That's what that is. So I think this was a quick video, I don't remember, but that was basically it. Like I said, I was talking to somebody, and we came on this topic, and, you know, so we thought it'd be a great idea to kind of share it and see how I dealt with it. And that's how I deal with it. I love from a distance. I'm like, okay, you know, that's enough of you, love you, gotta go type of thing. But yeah, it's nothing. If, you know, if you're trying to get acceptance from them, if your relationship is failing, you know, and you can't figure out if it's you or them, because they'll always try to make it seem like it's you, when that's probably not always the case. And so I really, you know, challenge you to take a step back, you know, take a step back out of the immediate situation and see what kind of situation that you're in. On top of that, they can change. It's just, if you want to change one of them, it's going to take a very long time, because you have to convince them first off that they're that way. It's like I said, they, you know, in their mind, they do no wrong. It's me. So you'd have to convince them first that they're that way, and then they would have to do some serious soul searching and be ready, you know, to make that change. So that's all I got for today. Narcissism, it's real. It's different from being competent. It can be seen as cocky. It's, you know, everybody has their own interpretation of it. This is just mine. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, share, subscribe if you did. Follow Nikki.expressions on my Instagram. I post my little daily shit on there or whatever. And yeah, that's about it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.